I'm Dave. I got about 30-some videos on TikTok, and we've been having more fun than you could ever believe. This is great. I never had anybody listen to our music before, and so now we've had like 1,300 people look at our songs, and it's so exciting and so fun. And I feel like I'm a member of a big global community of artists and dancers, and just I had notes because I knew I'd get nervous. Some of it says blah blah blah. I have a new song done, and I'm gonna perform it probably with this guitar. I'm gonna have to add some performance art, so I gotta just not just sing it and play it, but do the rest. In case anybody was crazy enough to try to make guitars themselves, like I do, which is just take the necks off of guitars and make bodies for them, and I learned a lesson with this one guitar neck that I only paid $5 for, but I paid $50 for the tuners on it. And I was coming out of the music store, and one of the employees, who also played in bands and all that, they said, "Do you know what you're doing with that?" And I said, "What do you mean?" And he explained to me what I'm going to explain to you. This guitar has a 11.5-inch scale. That means from this double dot down here, you have to take that same exact number down here to 11.5. These ones here are 25.5-inch scale guitars, they call them, and they got to be 12 3/4 to that, and 12 3/4 to that, and then they'll intonate, they call it. You couldn't make them sound right if you're far enough off of that. It'll sound weird, he told me, and I trusted him, and that's how I've done a lot of guitars since then. I want to tell you the funny story about this guitar over here. It's my pandemic guitar, and I was starting out, I was making this guitar, basically, or to make it look like this guitar, but because of the events and the fact that I can't really bend wood very good, it came out like this. However, I love this guitar. She sounds just wonderful and plays like a dream. I've started making quilted guitars, putting quilts on guitars. It's an art thing, folk art, whatever you'd call it. Somebody told me my guitars are folk art. I've made this guitar out of plywood and a ring of pine, and I made this guitar because my sister-in-law Sheila showed me some of these, and she'd made them for me, and I told her I wasn't going to do guitars anymore. But then I saw these, and I'm like, oh, I'll do a guitar. And so that's why I've done this guitar. And this is going to be just the end of this video, but this is before, and after is going to be some wild design with that quilted Picasso on it. So thank you for all the views. You don't have to listen to my stuff if you're getting bored with it all, but I love that you click on me, and I'm a refreshing change from some of the other stuff out there. So thanks for the views. Back. And I've taken the quilt I showed you, and I put it on the guitar. She plays beautiful, stays in tune, but look at that beautiful quilt. And since I saw you last in the last video, I've also made this guitar. I always wanted an arch top, so I tried to add some other wood to the sides, and I've made myself an arch top, and she plays great too. And if you see this pig in our videos, he's part of the band. He's P Daddy is his name, and he's a drum. But really, this video, finally, it's about this guitar. This guitar is a redwood guitar, another of these plywood guitars I make. And I made it for one of our TikTok friends, Danny. And it stays in tune, it plays great. Trying to run through something here. That's how loud she is with just me. But she heading for my friend Danny from Wooden Things in Toronto, Canada. Be in a box in a day or so and on its way.